Hey there, Cancer Gang. Thank you so much for tuning back in to Om Prana by Om Collective. My name is Hailey, and today we are gonna check out what's going on for you in this particular moment in time. Lately, I've been feeling that I should stop kind of time stamping them in the sense of saying, July reading, August reading, that type of stuff. Um, because time is fluid, and most of the time, because we're all on different journeys, you may watch this video maybe next year and it will apply, or tomorrow and it will apply. So this is going to be a timeless reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Stellium, and North Node. Quick announcement before we get into the reading itself. So because Leo season is starting tomorrow, as usual, you know how it goes, 50% off for all Leos for readings or astrological reports. Yeah, so if you are interested in that, you can go check out my website. The link is down below in the description box. What else do I got? If you want to follow me on social media, my handles are also in the description box down below. Alrighty, so let's get into prayer and then get started with your reading. Divine Creator, I come before you this day with so much gratitude in my heart. In particular, I would like to thank you for placing me in front of the collective of Cancer as a channel for your messages for them, for love, light, peace, abundance, and their highest good. I pray for the presence of my spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, and way showers, as well as those of the collective of Cancer, so that I may be able to accurately communicate the messages that you would like them to hear the most at this moment in time. Thanking you. Alrighty, guys. So, wow, Cancer season has been a season. let's just call it that. But it's been a really good season. I don't know about you guys, but I've been learning so much. But of course, with everything that's been going on astrologically as well, I think the lessons dynamic is for everybody, every single person, and that is without a doubt. So, yesterday was the new moon in Cancer, and that was all about just, bringing up kind of emotions that we've repressed for release and for healing, because this is all about the energies right now in the universe are about assisting with our healing, as well as, letting go of what doesn't serve us. Because if you want to attract new into your life, you have to release, make space, because, if the new comes and there's no space, because, your repressed zone is full of emotions that you have kept from the past, then there's no way that you can accommodate the growth, so to speak. So, that said, in your spread today, I'm going to do something a little different. Here you can see 3 piles. So one is going to be your general pile. The second pile is going to be, for your love and relationships. So it doesn't have to be romantic love alone. It could just apply to people that you love in your life. So as I read, just take it as it fits. Again, disclaimer, not every reading is going to resonate with every single Cancer. Remember I said it's for, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, all that good stuff. So maybe it will apply for someone with a Venus in with a Cancer in Jupiter, as opposed to somebody with maybe a Cancer rising, Alright, then the final pile that we're going to do here is what you need to do in order to bring the abundance that you seek going on to Leo season and the rest of the year. Because there's a huge Cancer influence this whole year. We've had like around, I would say, almost 6 eclipses, and they've been in the Cancer Capricorn axis. So anyone with Cancer and Capricorn in their charts are going to be super influenced during these transits. Alrighty guys, so I've laid out your cards, but before I turn them over, I just want to get quick oracle messages for you. Okay, so we have take a risk, we have read between the lines, and one more, blessings on the way. And at the back of the deck, we have begin again. So this is exactly what I was saying about the new moon energy. Because there's a lot of renewal and, you know, new beginnings, you are being urged to take a risk because you have blessings on the way, and there may be certain situations where you need to read between the lines. I think especially with this read between the lines card, I feel like this is kind of cautioning you to, in your daily life, to just, you know, not take everything at face value, just absorb whatever information comes your way in a kind of like non-biased manner, and take time to really listen to your intuition, because your intuition is what tells you, you know, what's hidden between or behind what somebody said or did. With take a risk, again, I just feel like it's the same theme that's been going through most of your readings that I've been doing these past few months. You know, lots of you have a lot of passion projects you've been working on. Some of you have a lot of things also that are on your mind that you've been thinking about taking a risk on, but you've been hesitating. But with that begin again card, I feel like this take a risk is the stepping stone to your new beginnings. Alrighty, Cancer, so without further ado, let's get straight into your reading. We're going to start with pile number 1, and as I said, this pile is your you know, general energy, moving from July going on into August, and for whenever you watch this video. Wow, so right off the bat we have two major arcana with the Chariot, which is the major arcana for Cancer, so it's great that you've showed up in your own reading. That tells me that you're making really big strides towards what you term and see as success, because success means different things to different people. There's a lot of fast forward movement, strategic planning, a lot of unifying of factions of yourself. So I feel a lot of the feelings that you may have had of disconnect in the past are now fading away, because you found a way to integrate all parts of yourself and, you know, love yourself fully and be able to use both the things that you think are flaws within you and your strengths to propel you towards victory. And that is really, really amazing, because it's followed by the Justice card, which means that definitely a lot of you have been going through, I'm getting these, I would say a bunch of you, it's been like a 9-year cycle. Since 2011, you have finally reached a part of your life where you have integrated and fought the good fight, so to speak, you know, and you've come out of your experiences with lessons, you know, lessons that have now enabled the universe to come, have your back, and now bring you the justice that you deserve. For some of you, I mean, because this is a general pile, it could be anything, but because Pentacles showed up, the 7 of Pentacles after Justice, to me this talks about investment. So it could be investment in any way, shape, or form. Maybe you are seeking, you've been looking for or not feeling that you are supported, whether it's by your family, your friends, anybody in your life, people not supporting your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. But now, because it's followed by Justice and the Chariot, this talks about because despite people not wanting to support you or not investing, you know, what you felt you were worth being invested in, the universe is coming through. And karma always works like that. When somebody treats you in a certain way, you get back what you deserve. So Cancer, this is your time right now, because justice is coming through to give you your just dues, to give you all the things that you thought you were denied. Everything is coming through, and it's coming through quick and fast. And because there are two major arcanas here, I think I can comfortably tell you that it is a lasting type of change. um, the trials and tribulations you went through in terms of lack of investment in any way, shape, or form are now done. Alrighty, so this middle pile we have is your love pile. So you can apply it to your love situations, romantically, socially, um, even with your family. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse. So the Five of Swords in reverse tells me that you're coming out of a state of conflict. You probably were in a situation where there was a lot of I would say lack of tact in terms of communication. Not even just tact, like a lot of disrespect, a lot of backbiting, a lot of underhandedness, a lot of gossip too, I would say. But now with it coming out in the reverse, this is talking about this coming to an end. Coming out of that energy where you feel like you have to walk on eggshells with people, coming to an end of a situation where you have to be worried about who's around you because of either what they're saying or not saying in front of you or behind your back. Now, because that's followed by the Lovers card, for me, I feel like you're coming, if we combine it with the Five of Swords, the Lovers is basically, it talks about relationships in general. People that are your soulmates, people that you hold dear to your soul. For some of you, this may apply to a Gemini, because the Lovers is the card of Gemini. Others of you, this tells me that you just came out of a relationship that wasn't serving you in the month of June or in Gemini season. But this is really dope energy to get for your love reading, because it means that you are finally realizing that in some of the situations that you are in, you can't give what you do not have. Like, for example, you can't love somebody if you don't love yourself. So these two cards are really encouraging coming out in your love reading. But it's followed by the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Now, if the Eight of Cups was in the upright, this would be a perfect love reading, because it talks about you walking away from what doesn't serve you, walking away from your past, and just walking towards what you really want, walking towards what makes you happy, your wish fulfillment. Um, but what this tells me, because this is in the reverse, and you can see this moon in the card as well, I feel like a lot of you, maybe it's the new moon energy or the previous full moon that we had in Capricorn, but some of you may still be in this energy where you are kind of hesitant to move forward, because it's, I would call it comfortability, kind of better the devil you know than the angel you don't kind of energy. But for others of you, you may have physically walked away, but mentally your mind is still trying to get over certain situations that really affected you and afflicted you, with regards to romance or family or friends even as well. Maybe you feel like you may not be able to fully leave certain things behind, even if you may want to. Alrighty, so this third pile is going to be for your career. And we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So this tells me that you are in the zone. You are prioritizing, not letting distractions really come into play for you. This is also a card that tells me that especially with the situations that are happening now in the world, that we're all facing, that you know you can't really how would I say this, serve two masters at the same time, I guess. Um, I feel like with this coming out, especially for your finance read, a lot of you are choosing between a passion project financially and corporate life. Like some of you may be choosing to release one in favor of the other. So, for example, if you were self employed and now you want to join the workforce, then that is you prioritizing that. Also, this tells me this is you really being careful with your money and not, you know, spending it in places which are not really bringing back investments to you. A lot of you are also really going through healing energy financially. So some of you may have taken a huge financial hit, which makes a lot of sense. A lot of us have. For another bunch of you, some of you are, well, you know, this financial hit, some of you it's from the whole, you know, pandemic situation. For other people, because I see the Three of Swords here, it's probably from past relationships where you felt like you invested in situations that didn't really help you. That's why this guy has a sword right in the middle of his chest, you know, leading you to meditate really, and forgive yourself, because that's what I'm getting from this guy. He's like, this stuff happened, but it taught me something. Now, because it's followed by the Queen of Wands, this is fantastic energy. The Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is somebody who knows exactly what they want. This is somebody who is a go-getter, like nothing stands in their way. So I feel like this healing period has been super beneficial for you, and or is going to be super beneficial for you, because it will lead you to step into your leadership power, into your, I would call it coming into yourself, literally, like becoming who you truly are, and really not feeling ashamed about it, not feeling ashamed about any of your decisions, especially for those of you who are choosing, you know, your professions now. You know, not everybody's situation is the same, but for those of you, for example, who are choosing careers that don't really agree, are not agreeable with your family, for example, or the people in society, you're just getting to this stage where you're like, fuck it, like, I'm gonna do me, and the rest of you can just, you know, take it or leave it. Alrighty, so this last pile is for, you know, advice for what you can do moving forward depending on any situation. So I'm not going to reference love or money or any other category of life. Just take it where it fits you. So we have the Three of Swords in reverse. This is air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This talks about you. Again, this is so much healing energy on this board. It's fantastic. I feel like you have come to this place and understanding that when you give to yourself, what you want from the outside comes in. Um, and in doing that, you protect yourself from heartbreak, you protect yourself from hurting yourself. And it's followed by the Four of Pentacles. So this is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's in reverse, telling me that you are finally breaking down your walls. If you had built up walls to keep people out, either emotionally, in any way of your life, you know, you're finally letting those walls come down. You are finally letting your guard down. For others of you, this is you finally, you know, some of you, I'm guessing, may have been in this type of like miserly energy. I wouldn't say only financially, but like miserly in terms of with your interactions with people, being very picky with who you hang out with. And now that you have figured out who is best to collaborate with, who is best to really just keep in your life, because you realize that, you know, you are what you eat, you are what you hang out, who you hang out with, where you hang out, what you read, all that stuff. You're finally letting down those walls, in order to live your life.